the synchronicities when you start playing this game with imagination and heart and love and strength and narrative and being your own hero and striking out for freedom in your own heart. Amazing things happen. And this has happened. Burkhard Heim has entered my life. A new character, another German, of course. He's got a theory of everything, ready to go. Ready. But he has to have, at the beginning, he's made some assumptions about the constants of nature. Leve proves those constants of nature. There's a slight adjustment around R4, understanding that R4 exists, how it exists as consciousness. It exists at the center and the outside. And it's the linking between the types where the elemental particles work. So he's done it, but at what cost? Okay, so we've got the theory. It's Leve, it's Heim, it's Euler, it's Newton. That's it, and we'll reintroduce everyone else once we've assessed everyone, Maxwell included, particularly. Won't take long. We'll drop him back in again once we've adjusted the zeroth law. So he's only just entered. So listen to his story. Burkhard Heim. He blew his hands off. He was blind for the second half of his life. He was blind, deaf, virtually blind, virtually deaf, no hands. He blew them off in an accident, right? Get his story, right? A soldier, 44, near the end of the war. Front line, I believe, or around there, certainly stationed on the battlefront. Realises he can be clever and talks his way into a research lab with Albert Speer, armaments minister, German armaments minister. Convinces Speer that he can build a hydrogen fuse. Of course, Speer says yes. Now, they're already working on this flat out. At this stage, think about this, 44. The Germans could win. They've got everything ready to go. They've got the missiles. They just need the warhead. If they can get this bloody warhead working, they've won the war. And that will solve all the problems. This plan B that we're now living in, we weren't about to live through that. They're the one back then. So, of course, they had him. Now, did they give Heim Leve? No, they couldn't have done, because he's made a mistake in his assumptions. And I don't believe that I think if he'd known the cost of his hands, he'd have said, this is as much as I know. He wouldn't have hidden it. So he's there, he's building this hydrogen fuse for Speer, working in the German atomic weapons factory with everything that can be thrown at it is going to be thrown at this. Yeah? In terms of skill, endeavor, money, resources, everything, because this is an all-out effort. And it's there that Heim has his accident. He blows it blows up. Now he describes it really clearly. He says, I saw the sun. And then the cartridge blew up in my hands. The first thing, I saw the sun. So he saw a nuclear explosion. And at what cost? But think about what he'd done in terms of refining ability to have a nuclear explosion controlled. He nearly did it. Nearly did it. He nearly had a fuse that went off and was going off in his hand. Controllably, with heat coming out of the ball. Okay? So he saw a sun. He saw C squared. He saw the sun. He saw the light expand, stretching the time. Then the explosion went off. Because he was right on top of it, he was inside the zone. The time was stretched behind him. Picture the explosion. It went, sun. Hands blown off. Pinned against the wall. In a really kind of a slow motion way, the way he describes it. And that would have been the way it went, because his time had been stretched. His matter had to catch back up with his time. So he's given us an absolutely fantastic gift there in that description. The solution in the final shell is you have a hole at the bottom. the shell structure must have a drain hole right at the bottom, and an engineered drainage hole out of which water and oil will appear, because the creation of this system of heat, there'll be a waste product of water and oil, a hydrocarbon will come out of it. So by finding Heim just 2-3 days ago, suddenly I'm living Heim's life. He gave me this experience. Because Heim, it cost him his hands and his life. He was able to hold that knowledge when he's crossed the veil. He's given it to me. He's given me that information. He's told me that, oh, this was the mistake I made, I've worked it out. Here. That joins in with your stuff there. Synchronicity, science, synchronicities. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? You losers. You just losers. Lose the shit behaviour. Yeah? Physicist. Lose it. Lose it. It's really, really getting on my tits. Yeah? Because we can sort this out right now. Stop the bloody genocide. Right now. You're choosing this. The rest of you, come on. Just take it into your heart. Know that this is true. Wait to see the film of this. If we could do this, we could tell this story, because it's your story. You'll see where you fit into it. It's fucking glory. All this shit. You choose. I don't give a fuck.